Microphone activated.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Star Ladder I-League Star Series American Region Qualifiers coming at you. We got the group stage, the only stage once again on this tournament here. The top team advancing on to the LAN event, and we're still figuring out which that team is going to be. Well, there's still a lot left up in the air. One thing we do know is we got a match here in Team Dilecom versus Team Freedom. A best of 2. So looking forward to this one to finish off the day. Obviously, it's been a great day of Dota so far. Hopefully, you have been enjoying. I'm Breaky CPK, and for this match, I'm actually going to be joined by a new co-caster. I'm going to be joined once again by ECNC. Going, man.
Reserve time.
It's going pretty good. Yeah. So did Dilecom reban or?
Yeah. So basically, what happened? Yesterday, there was an announcement. They were supposed to play DC, and they ended up forfeiting the match, I guess, because apparently they wanted to pick up a couple of new players and replace others. However, originally they wanted to replace 3 players, so they only wanted to have 2, Van and Ztok, I believe. Then they said, okay, well, they were told they couldn't do that. You have to at least have 3 players the same. They kept a 3rd, and then they replaced 2 of those. So they are actually back in it. They've played every match since. Couple now, but that's kind of just the recap there of Dilecom. Yes, they're back in it.
Okay. Alrighty. Very interesting. It's just you know, like it's a lot of the smashes on this team, so they're obviously not going to be playing for like the major qualifiers or anything. So I guess throwing this together and hopefully maybe make this tournament with Smash and I don't Ztok. I don't know who the other two are. I'm not sure who they are.
Yeah, what were their names? The names on here are Ifrit and Sword. Names that I have here. So
Okay, yeah. So they're pretty well known South American players. Ifrit typically plays mid or carry, and Sword's an offlaner.
Yeah, I guess as you put it, definitely known players from over there. But again, we saw them earlier today. Now against Infamous, they actually looked decent. They definitely gave Infamous a run for their money, but ultimately Infamous proved to be the better team, that is. So they match up against Freedom now. Freedom obviously proving that they are a solid team as well, but they too are struggling a bit in this event so far. I think they're 1-5 actually coming into this match. So this is a match of 2 teams that are struggling, to say the least. But anyways, CCNC, we got a draft here. Let's start talking about that. We got Slaughter and Rubik coming out for Dilecom. Sand King and Skyrath made. Skyrath, we don't see him often. What's the deal?
It's an Eagle Classic. He really likes that hero. Plays him a lot in pubs. You can run around. You can rush all the lanes at once. And the shrines are really nice for this hero as well. You can just sort of instead of just camping one lane, you can sort of camp all of them at once. You can go camp a lane. You can shrine up, go to another lane. Sort of just try and win all of your lanes. So a little less of the stereotypical freedom. So not picking up the Underlord even though it's in the pool. Maybe going for more of a instead of just this, we're gonna run down the lanes no matter what happens, trying to win their lanes and play the game from an advantage. With the Sand King Skyrath, it's a support duo, has a lot of kill potential. Or Sand King is offlane. Sand King, a very strong laner. Skyrath can go around, try to win their lanes for them. And Dilecom just with some solid heroes, I think. Heroes they value. Rubik, the magic resistance is pretty nice for those heroes. Just overall pretty good heroes.
Yeah. Too crazy, it sounds like, but we are going to see a ban on Luna coming out here from Freedom. Obviously, Shadow Demon already banned too, but still, Luna, even by herself, is proven to be a very strong hero, so not looking to give that one up. But now the final ban from Dilecom to come before we advance on. But yeah, you see the Abaddon ban initially by Team Dilecom. Again, that's kind of a flavor hero for Team Freedom. IX Mike specifically plays it pretty well, so not too surprised to see an Abaddon ban here.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I think they have been trying to shy away from sort of the Abaddon Underlord, the style that they've been going for in the past month or so. Because a lot of teams sort of figured them out. They realized that, hey, these guys pick basically the same draft every game, give or take a couple of heroes, but it's almost always the same style. And people figured out how to beat the better teams, Cole, Duop, those types of teams have started beating their regular strategy. So they might be in a little bit of a panic, a little flustered, trying to figure out how to play Dota and not that style. So they maybe not even taking the Abaddon if it was available to them.
Oh, we got that fourth ban, man. Dilecom spending quite a bit of time thinking about this one. They're almost using all their reserve time to just simply get a fourth ban out. I mean, I know it's important, but want to save that reserve time for the very end, if anything. But they're going to nearly go all the way before they finally take out Viper. Okay, so you have seen that as a good pick for Freedom, as a good ban there.
Potentially. It's a little early to tell. Maybe Dilecom wants to pick something like a TA. A good versus tanking of Skarath. I think Van plays a pretty good TA, as well as I think Effort plays the hero as well. So maybe looking for a hero that's a little bit weaker in the lane and they want to have a nice time, so banning out a lane dominator. But it is a little early to ban Viper, and they did take a long time thinking about it. So I'm not sure what they were deciding between. Maybe thinking about different lane dominators. I don't know. We'll have to see. Freedom picking up the Centaur, so a more new age BSJ hero. They pick up the Centaur, a decent amount for him. The Centaur do heroes like that instead of what you typically consider BSJ heroes like PL, the Slark. So a little more new age. They have been picking it a lot for him. Some decent success as well. First damage really nice with the Skarath, Silence, so a lot of kill potential there.
Yeah, a lot of gotcha potentials, I like to say. Juggernaut, third pick for Team Dilecom, so standard stuff on the other side. Again, Slaughter, Rubik Star, and now Juggernaut third pick. Juggernaut, good core, takes advantage of Slaughter, and that damage here. And it seems like Dilecom kind of sticking standard here so far. Is that surprising, or?
Yeah, I think most of the South American teams typically just play standard Dota. They don't go for any crazy, like Freedom style drafts. They don't typically play drafts. They just do standard Dota. Juggernaut also really good this game. Can always spin TV out versus heroes they've no. He can be piercing stuns. Does very well versus tanking in lane. She can healing ward. One of the best safe players in the game against these very strong offlaners of like Sand King and Darkseer, heroes like that are typically known for being lane dominators. You can always just healing ward up. Price the 4-man shield is pretty tanky and it's very hard to kill. So, overall, just a solid hero.
Bat Rider coming out for Dilecom again, a good initiator, and probably means they're probably going to see more of a 4 Slaughter rather than an offlane Slaughter. I feel like 4 Slaughter maybe even a little more popular as of late. Final bans though to come for Freedom and Team Dilecom. Getting to the fifth and final picks, of course. So. Yeah, this game 1 of a best of 2 series, guys. For the fun one here, Shadow Fiend. Come on. Final ban for Freedom, and there's Meepo taken away, just in case. Teams need that mid. What do we got here?
Dilecom maybe looking for a little bit more ricey of a mid. Or something that goes that basically they just kind of need damage right now. They're a little low on damage. They have the Juggernaut. Ruby and Bat Rider not typically known for being high damage here. So yeah, they do go for more of that carry-esque mid. Juggernaut. Whenever he's in the safe lane, he's a hero that can actually go fight early on, so it opens up some space for typically like more greedy mids, OD, TA heroes like that. So they do go for the OD. Also, a hero that's very good versus Centaurs. You don't really care about him having very high HP or the minimal return damage. You sort of chunk him down, take all his ints. And they also have two very stupid heroes in the Sand King and the Centaur, so the ult's going to work quite well versus the game that does go longer.
Reserve time.
Now you got Freedom here. They got plenty of reserve time to figure out mid option they want to go. If they want to use it, that is. Obviously, whenever I see an OD, I know Sniper is kind of a hero that's brought up. Good on that matchup, and still use kind of a core like that, I feel. Where are they going to run this? Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, it is going to be a Skarath mid. Is that what we're expecting here?
Most probably Eagle, Skarath, Centaur safe lane, and the last picking Tomatoes hero here.
Okay, so you're thinking it is something else. Okay.
Yeah, Eagle typically plays as Skyrock. It's one of his signature heroes. I think the Sniper's not a bad choice. They do have the Batrider and the Slaughter, which aren't great to play against. As the Sniper, they do have the Dazzler to protect him and the Centaur to be up in front. They actually go for the Invoker. Curious to see which style they go for. It's a pretty decent Exort Invoker game. It gives him some more building damage, a hero that scales pretty well. Does quite well versus the OD in lane, and also gives them even more sort of global explosion power with the Centaur Skyrock combo with Sunstrike on top. They have the ability to burst almost any hero on that, even this Juggernaut if they can get him before he pops the spin, sort of reminiscent of the All-Star DK lineup where they just first take Centaur Invoker every game, go around and get pick off over the map.
All right, so going to see some farm and Centaur here. That should be fun. And if that's the case, again, most likely going to be the case, what can we expect to see on Centaur? Is it going to be kind of the typical somewhat tanky, get the early Blink Dagger? I mean, is there anything special about the build that you think you could see?
I think most of the time, the safe lane Centaurs will go for like the Hood first, or sometimes into the Vanguard. If the game demands it, they'll go for the Blink after the Hood. But he already has the tank. He's going to be getting a Blink this game, so he may go for like Hood into Vanguard, into some more tanky ends. I've seen him go Shadowblade before, Heart looking later on, Shiva's, just general tanky items as the game goes later, but his build is sort of different from game to game, but he may go for sort of this just frontline tank hero like the Hood, Vanguard, those types of items.
Yeah. Eagle right off the bat getting to the top lane, gonna place down that Observer Ward way up here. So, well, the same thing really from Dilecom. He had quick Cordon all the way down here, getting a ward down on the spot, of course. Dilecom is setting up as 3 down here. Maybe they expect them to possibly come in. And Slaughter does have a... Curious if they try to make a play with it. Even one just perched by Rubik right there as well. So, doesn't look like that they're going to go for any kind of play, at least initially. And it looks like both teams are going to play it pretty safe when it comes to just defending their own bounty roots here.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like just pretty standard lanes. Nobody really going for an aggressive trail lane. The Dilecom smoking into the enemy jungle, probably the support's probably going to head back up to help out the Juggernaut afterwards. They could go for an aggro try with the Slaughter. I mean, with this Batrider, we'll have to see, but it's not typically an amazing aggro hero.
Yeah, look at Centaur. He saw them coming to the last minute. He's going to be put under right there by OD. Crush is to follow. Do they have the damage? BSJ, he picked up his hoof stop. Going to use it right there. Hits a couple of heroes. He's tanky enough to actually survive through this. He actually got the magic stick first, but he can't use it in time. Another crush comes out, and that's the first blood in favor of Dilecom. So they're actually going to get, they do get 3 bounty runes as the one back here still up. They'll go pick it up, but that ended up being very good timing on their part.
Yeah, they get the nice kill on BSJ. It looks like they may be going sort of the lane set of Rubik heading down now, as it may be a little bit too late for him to head up to top of King Scarab to sort of already can have the impact on this Jug. Not going to have the greatest of lanes. So maybe going to try to counter that pressure by killing BSJ again as they're going in, pretty low.
Gonna be tossed back into them. I don't think he's going to survive this. Maybe with a hoof stomp. No, not going to happen. Just too much damage from Batrider. Those sticky napalm charges adding up, so... I think I'm sketching Team Freedom a little bit off guard down here. The aggressive tri-lane essentially coming out and getting a couple kills out of it now. So, Freedom, how does Freedom adjust to this, you feel?
I don't know if they shift their lanes too much. The Juggernaut is having a rough time up top, so they're going to get a quick blink on the... Or at least a good start on the Sand King. And this Invoker is having a nice time versus the OD as well. Looks like he is going to go for the Exort build, so has the early point in Alacrity. And as time goes on, it's going to get progressively harder and harder for this OD to last hit versus the Invoker. So they expect to see this matchup open up in CS as it goes longer and longer. So I think they're expecting this mid lane to win. The top lane is going fine. And Centaur, not a hero, it needs an amazing start. Once he has a few levels, pretty hard to kill. Once he gets to level 6, this Batrider will almost never be able to kill him.
Yeah.
So they just need to be careful about not feeding away too many kills. Now the Dazzle has Brave, it should be difficult for Dilecom to get anything more down here as they smoke up, maybe head to mid lane and try and set up a kill with the OD.
Oh, Eagle though, top lane, that final auto attack coming through. The spin was very late by Juggernaut right there. I'm a little surprised it took him so long to use it. He ended up avoiding some magic damage at the very end, but the final auto attack was too much. Middle lane now, we do see Invoker in that trouble. The lift comes, there's the crush to follow. It's just like clockwork, right? Okay,
What?
Everyone just turns around. Somebody has to actually kill him, guys. Come on now. Well, they do, but that got a little scary there.
Yeah, so they bring him down. Dilecom getting off to a good start. And you really want to do that versus just Freedom in general, and especially versus their drafts. They're almost always centered around winning the game earlier. Not typically the greatest scaling of lineups, and it's sort of the case for this game as well. Having a Centaur carry here that can scale, but compared to an OD Juggernaut cores with a Slaughter amping them up as well, like 2 initiators compared to Freedom, just having the Sand King, who did have it start, but Slaughter is going to move here now, so may start having a little bit worse of a time. So I think Freedom, the ones probably more pressure here and not feeling so great about this early start that Dilecom's getting.
Yikes, Mike. He's having to deal with this illusion up here for the time being. Kind of boxing him out. The real Slaughter setting up the flank right here. Again, I don't know if they're going to be able to make a solid gank onto Sand King. A little bit slippery with that Burrow Strike. Even the he doesn't have Sandstorm just yet, but the Burrow Strike alone to help him get away if he gets caught in a dangerous spot. So he's just going to play very passively. Yeah, the rotation's coming out. Dilecom for that top lane now, really opening up the farm for the Juggernaut. At least it's tempting to have him recover. Now this means though Centaur, ESJ, his farm down here is going to start amping up a little bit too. Good already, 13-3 right now. Middle lane, more harassment it looks like. To Tomato. He does have Skywrath again coming back in. No Ancient Seal just yet though, so way to silence Ben Van from perhaps using that for the time being here.
Yep, just some casual harassment, 2 nulls on the Skywrath. It's almost always the build he goes for, gets 2, 3, sometimes even 4 nulls if he's having a really good game, just harasses these lanes. Tries to them into Freedom's favor, and you know, despite the couple of kills they've given up, you're still definitely doing well in CS, 17 on the Invoker, 17 on the Sand King, and 16 on BSJ, so sitting a little bit ahead of Dilecom's scores regardless of the rotations from the supports, so not actually doing that bad right now. Smash still working on his phase boots compared to BSJ. Start working on that hood early on. So I think Team Freedom, despite the early kills, they're okay with how the game's starting so far.
Yeah, hood has just really been the popular item. And kind of speaking of that, though, you look at Team Freedom's lineup. Is there an obvious hero for hood? I mean, does Centaur actually go the hood for this team? And they feel like it's that important. As top lane, though, we could see some initiation actually turning it on a Rubik. He was not ready for that. The Burrow Strike on him. In the background, though, Eagle is caught. They do kill Rubik. The Shallow Grave gonna save Eagle for now. Skywrath mage, but will it be enough? Z-Talk is chasing. Yes, it will, because the Burrow Strike happens. The Sunstrike not even necessary. And they secure the kill onto Slaughter. You see Smash here at Juggernaut. Not much more he could have done at that point, but get a couple of kills there for Freedom, tying it at 3. But yeah, so the question still remains, the Helm of the Dominator, they're on Freedom if they get it.
I don't think any of the heroes are necessarily natural Helm of the Dominator carriers. Maybe Dazzle has a really good game, he could go for it. Or if he does get a little bit of farm in this game, I don't think it's really an item you want to go for in the Centaur. It's just kind of a weird build up on him. He doesn't really benefit that much from the HP region as he typically buys a hood or Vanguard items like that, so it's a little bit redundant. But Rubik is going to go down here.
Now watching the middle lane, kind of OD and going at it, but right just above them, sure enough, Rubik gets caught by the roaming Skywrath Mage and the Sand King. So they're really looking around for some kills. Dazzle actually soaking up some experience meanwhile in the top lane. So get up some levels, get that weave scenario, just in general levels for him, leveling up the Shadow Wave, of course. And actually Smash, to be careful, doesn't have mana for a spin, and he is going to run away with those phase boots there, before they can actually successfully get the jump on him. How about Batrider? Batrider, okay, you know, I was actually going to bring this up, but we do see Drums is actually going to Batrider here. Speaking of these team fight items, does Drums make it to you?
Oh yeah, it's the item you typically go for on Batrider nowadays. Go for the blink first. Kind of low in damage, very squishy, easy to bring down whenever you jump in and try and last with somebody. So other than finding singular pickups, not really the greatest item in the world on this hero. People can often counter just by grouping up and abusing the back. This Batrider really doesn't do anything, just pick off one hero. So it becomes more of a well-rounded build. You can sort of run in, get pumps all around on people, and The movement speed is nice for getting those last off. He's having a very good start. So basically has the drums up now. Just bought the braces, so maybe he's thinking about going for Link, but no, just pick up the drums. So fully completed on this Bat Rider, and they're gonna look to put pressure on this bottom lane. Maybe it's really hard to take the Centaur though.
Oh, he's like, come at me, bro. The Sunstrike coming through. Not nearly enough damage, however. And now Centaur in some trouble. They're looking for him. And by trouble, I mean not really. He's more than 5. Dazzle nearby, throwing out some heals. He will easily survive. But yeah, so both sides kind of underestimating a little bit of their damage output, it feels like. As, I mean, that was a good initiation, good idea, but not nearly enough to take out the Bat Rider. But we're not done just yet. Smash in the flank. He has an Omni Slash. Looking to use it on somebody. Skywrath. Oh no, Skywrath is running right back into this trap. He had no clue Juggernaut was there. And he easily gets sliced on through. Meanwhile, Centaur gets the catch onto Slaughter, and the double edge helps take him out. So both sides kind of losing some Roman supports here in the midst of this fight going on. Juby, he's trying to run away now. Bat Rider nearby, no lasso just yet, but he has those drums. Gonna activate them right there. The spin on top, that should be a kill on Dazzle. Will it be also a kill on a BSJ? OD joining the party. He doesn't have Insanity's Eclipse, but the imprisonment doing plenty of damage. And there we go. Secure the kill onto him. The finish on the Centaur. So I think in the big picture, Dilecom definitely got a top there at the bottom exchange. Top lane, wow, Rubik nearly survives. Never mind. Gonna happen.
Yeah, at the beginning of that, the bottom fight, it was a little fortunate from Z-Talk. Walked right on top of the Bat Rider as the Sunstrike came in, so, you know, caught half the damage. I think it would have probably taken him down if he didn't soak up the Sunstrike damage. So BSJ backed off, the Sunstrike would kill him, you know, finish the kill off, but getting tanked up by the Slaughter, so a little fortunate there for Dilecom as they do dive down into this bottom tower, putting the jump stick to really good use of the Bat Rider, having 1,000 gold now as well, and a hero that whenever he does get this bottom tower really early on, it's not great at taking the tower, but whenever it does go down, so some nice rotations for Dilecom has, you know, full access to this Team Freedom jungle. He's gonna Firefly up, start taking their camps, so stealing their jungle, and now he's just gonna try and TP out. Does get cold snap, sticky, so maybe a little too over aggressive. He's gonna go down here, but you know, to take some of these camps, putting pressure, forcing 4 heroes to rotate. So they're all sort of around this mid tower, so it gives freedom for the Rubik to arm up the top lane, work up his level 6. It's not the worst thing in the world, as they do get some wards in the jungle as well.
Yeah. Blink Dagger onto Sand King, so Ix Mike, he's going to be good to go, looking to set up a kill somewhere, perhaps in this middle. Slaughter especially hangs around for a little bit longer. You do see the 4 heroes that are here freedom. Invoker, nobody yet. So I was gonna say somebody has to have a smart where they're grouping up, and sure enough, they use it right there. Pretty good one at that, because obviously this ward here in the middle lane, unable to see them now make their way through, or thinking about it at least. They would love to get OD, and they're gonna go for it. In comes the Pearl Strike, Thunder nearby. The Sunstrike hits. Not enough damage initially. He's silenced though, so keeping himself under. But he finally does. As in come the Arcane Bolt. And OD will survive for the time being. Look for those turn kills now. The custom shot going on. That's another Arcane Bolt. OD actually may fall. Yes, he does go down. So good job right there by Skywrath. However, Skywrath gets caught by a couple himself. Yeah, I think that's worth it though. Killing the OD for yourself ain't too shabby. We're not done just yet though. Once again, Dazzle on the run. Has a shallow grave, as well as 10 charges on that 6. This is not an easy kill. In fact, it's bait of sorts. Sunstrike gets a couple of heals, spreading the damage a little bit. As there's a push back on Ix Mike. Down goes Dazzle. The fire's just too much to handle. They get the double kill on the team. Meanwhile, the kill happens on the Slaughter though, as D'Amato is able to finish him off. So these two teams are not afraid to fight early on in this game. We already have 18 kills combined at this point. We got a lot of action, CCC. I like it.
Yeah, all in the meanwhile, BSJ was able to finish the split down bottom, push the lane into the tower. But still, not having the greatest game ever. Him and the Juggernaut both sort of stunted while all this fighting goes on. They were both pressured pretty hard in the lanes. Each went down once or twice, so trying to catch up all the teams, make space for them. Very nice utilization of who's strong at whatever time they empower the Bat Rider early, make his lane strong, then they use the Bat Rider to go out and make plays while the Juggernaut catches up. So sacking one hero and then making up for it. A few minutes later, both teams.
That's the Sunstrike hit. OD imprisonment is after the Sunstrike though, so I don't think he's getting away from this one. Just no matter who gets the last hit, it will be in favor of Skywrath, who does have the Veil of Discord finished actually. And yeah, that's going to be coming out now. So the roaming Skywrath, good synergy here. That with things like Sand King, of course, and clearly positive here for Team Freedom. On the other side, you have Slaughter. He's working on that Blink Dagger. Still a bit away. That's going to be next in line for him. Understandably, still going to be a while. Also on Bat Rider, about 1,800 gold saved up. So he is much closer as you would expect, which again, good news for Dilecom, but love to have it by now. They do have a help with the Dominator on Juggernaut, and he does have an Alpha Wolf currently control middle lane. Slaughter, though, that was just a jump there from Sand King. And the quick kill onto him, it looks like. Doesn't happen to go away.
Sand King Scarab combo bursting him down. Almost immediately. Dilecom, now the Sand King has picked up the Blink. Freedom has so much burst potential as we saw there with the Sunstrike, Stomp, and the Sky, just all these orbital nukes. So Dilecom want to, just keep the game, slow down a little bit, farm a couple of items. OD is 4 staff, so it's so easy to bring down from these jumps. And they really want the OD behind. And not being the one getting jumped. He is really their only save on Dilecom. So if he's the one getting jumped, then there's not really anything. The Dilecom can do. He sort of gets blown up, and the fight's really not great from there. So if Zodi can get up some items and play behind the heroes, be the one not getting jumped, and that initial jump from Team Freedom doesn't go super well. You know, they stampede in. They don't get a couple of kills. The OD is able to save people, and the fight goes a little bit longer. It could go quite sour for Freedom. You have the OD Juggernaut healing ward and getting multiple amps out, as well as sticky. So Dilecom really favor these long fights, where Freedom really want to get the initiation and take the fight very quickly.
Oh, Axe Mike, he's going to see them at the last second with a Smoke Ink attempt. He's going to be locked down though. Stampede comes out, trying to save him if anything. Maybe setting up a turn. The silence beam on a Rubik, and there we go. The ulti activated by Eagle. That Mystic Flare. He has a Shallow Grave on him. I don't think he's going to survive this though in the end. Just simply delaying the inevitable. There's the Omni Slash to guarantee business. Dazzle also got caught by the lasso of the newly purchased Blink Dagger right there onto Bat Rider. So it will be a 2-for-1 exchange. For the 1-4, not the worst case scenario for either team necessarily, but Dilecom coming out in terms of numbers. Centaur, again, the Hooded Defiance finished, trying to farm up a little bit more in the middle lane, but Smash now being here on that Juggernaut with the Totem out and the Alpha Wolf nearby. He's looking to continue to push it in now, unless they have a jump. I mean, Sand King nearby with the Epicenter, actually. That could have been dangerous if he stuck around a little bit longer, but he chooses not to. So, you're talking about OD right there. He does have the Forest Staff now. Do you think he needs something like a Blink Dagger this game, or do they got the initiation and that's not necessary?
I think getting a Blink is quite good this game after the Hurricane fight, because it lets him stay even farther back and then jump in and save somebody. Whenever if someone gets jumped, it lets him get on top of, maneuver better in these fights, so he's able to not get jumped by the Centaur, Smash, spin TPs out here, and just in general being super mobile this game. Making sure they're the ones getting the jump, or if they're not getting a jump, they're making sure that they aren't getting jumped, or he's able to save someone if they get caught by the Sand King Scarab combo with Sunstrike on top. So I think Blink Dagger very good this game for the OD, especially after Hurricane fight.
If that's something that the player agrees with or not, being played by Van, of course, he has a double damage rune currently bottled up, and again, the 4-staff finished on top of that top lane. Possible action coming out. Slaughter in the front lines. Again, no Blink Dagger just yet. He's going to be jumped first back. The lasso, though, onto the Sand King. Pearl Strike stolen by Rubik, by the way. Could use it to secure a kill. In comes the Shallow Grave in the last second, though, and Sand King going to survive for the time being. Pearl Strike from Rubik. No, he actually already used it. Just a little bit short. The chase is on, though. Bat Rider still going after Skywrath. He's going to be stunned, though. The big job with the Mystic Flare on top of the Sunstrike. They get the kill on it. Bat Rider smash now. He's going up the spin, though. And all of a sudden, Skywrath can't do much against that. So he will fall. No more Shallow Grave, obviously, for the time being. Centaur getting there pretty late. Stampede already used. Hoof Stomp. It doesn't even go off in time. The Crush hit him first, and actually 2-for-1 right now. The Sanity's Eclipse. Not the most damage, but enough to finish off Dazzle. And Ix Mike still trying to juke and drive out of here. He has a Blink Dagger in 2 seconds. Worst case scenario. Looks like he will be fine, but man, Dilecom, they actually made that work very well. Favor Centaur, unfortunately, didn't seem like he could do a whole lot there.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Blink, just has this hood right now, so he's going to go for the Blink next. Just isn't the highest tier motto. Cancel the OD's Blink, so actually saving him there is the rest of Freedom a little bit low, puts down the Ice Wall, should be fine here. So they do cancel the OD's Blink and bring him down, so in the end, not the worst thing in the world. The OD does go down, but yeah, it was a pretty good fight for them. Invoker's still just farming up, so it was only a 4v5, but yeah, the Centaur is just really not at that point where you want it to be. I want it to be a super tanky frontline. OD really countering out that hero, as he's not really so tanky whenever an OD just walks up and starts hammering on him, amplify damage, really well against him as well. Centaur only 6 armor right now, so
Wow, yeah.
Freedom. We could see, you know, as we talked about a little bit earlier, they're very single target based. If they're not getting that jump, Dilecom sort of chases them down with Sticky Rubik stealing the Burrow Strike is also a very nice deal for him. Them sort of chasing them down.
The sustain seems to be pretty strong for Dilecom. Batrider's going to get caught here. The Mystic Flare comes out. The Sun's on top. The combo from Skywrath. Sunstrike's going to miss, though, barely, as he happens to dodge ever so slightly, and he's going to be healed up thanks to the healing totem. He'll manage to survive, so a bit used right there, only to come up short, unfortunately. Invoker, though, in the meantime, obviously the Hanamon has been finished. The bot's on top of that now to go with the Yule. So it seems like Invoker, he's really turned it on with his farm. 8,700 farm right now. As far as the net worth goes for Tomato. So obviously a very good start for him. And again, the Axe next on Invoker here. Is that pretty much the typical thing or what?
You still do the Axe whenever you go for this X build. Whenever you go cross wax, you know, things can vary. You saw Weeha at what was it, the China Land, going for, you know, the Vanguard and Invoker. And the Crosswex Invoker. That was a pretty situational thing. Typically, the Crosswex sort of Invoker just still go for that Aghanims, and then you know, after that, it's still very situational. So yeah, it looks like the Aghanims queued up, and you're working towards that, and really just not super high impact in these fights right now. He just sort of gets you know, run down by a Slaughter, or the Batrider gets jumped, and isn't really able to have too much impact. So we're going to be looking to continue to farm up. Freedom, that's exactly what they want to continue doing. They want to look for pickoffs with the Centaur, they want to split the map, they want to Invoker to farm up, get to that point where he can actually be useful in these team fights before this OD gets, you know, a whole lot of items. He has gone 4 times down. So not the kind of score you want to have as an OD hero that doesn't farm particularly fast when he's behind. He doesn't really have an escape mechanism, because your only escape, or your defensive mechanism is your farming. So using that on waves, whenever that's on cooldown, you can easily jump. So not a hero that you want to be behind on.
Yeah, it can be a little bit awkward sometimes. So yeah, good find though, indeed, the Stampede. And obviously Skywrath Mage, he's one of these supports that he can deal plenty of damage, and we kind of saw that right there. I mean, that's a level 1 Mystic Flare, but if you're by yourself in that Mystic Flare, it will drop you. So right there, and obviously being silenced on top of that, nothing really that the OD could do at that point. So I know I was talking about the idea of a Blink Dagger for OD, but he is going to be getting it next, but BKB now also comes to mind, pretty considering how the game's gone, especially. I think BKB, is that even next after the Blink Dagger, or can he not get it? Does he need other items?
I think that maybe a 4th or 5th item. He could go for the BKB after the Blink. It sort of depends on how the game is going. If they feel they have enough lockdown. But if they have enough damage, as whenever you go for the Blink and the BKB, you haven't bought any Mystic Stabs, the Ultimate Orbs, still kind of low in the stats, so your Arcane Orb, your damage can kind of start to fall off, or at least it feels that way, and Zol really not going to do that much, unless he has some stat items, so once he has the Blink, if they're taking these fights the way they want to, they're getting the jump, they're making sure they aren't getting Orbital Strike blowing up, then I mean, I need to get the BKB, but it looks like he actually feels like he needs it. He's gonna die too easily without it. So I mean, going for that before the Blink Dagger, or at least getting gonna bulk up, have the rest of his team run in for him and try and just get some right clicks in. He's slightly less mobile, but he doesn't get initially blown up. Will be almost impossible to kill until it does run out.
Yeah, I think that last death, if anything, really kind of deciding for him. You know, as you mentioned, they get the Ogre Club at least, so we'll see if he now even gets the Blink Dagger, but just wants to beef up a little bit more against what's clearly some pretty good damage now on the side of Team Freedom. Now we see Dazzle bottom lane. He's actually gonna TP away before he gets caught down there, but he gets a little bit of a split push out. And top lane, kind of the same story. Team Freedom really doing a good job of accomplishing this and being Dilecom guessing in terms of where they truly want to defend, as Van now makes his way up here. And he's going to look to push back creep wave as fast as he can. But by himself, again, you got to be careful. There's a lot of jump here on the side of Team Freedom between Centaur and the Sand King, of course. Middle lane, Butter, he doesn't have his Blink Dagger yet. So, that might be a dead Dazzle, but unable to pick it up just yet. So, Dazzle will walk away as if nothing even happened. Fine for now. Juggernaut going Diffusal, by the way. What do we think about that?
I think it can be decent. You can purge the Invoker out of his Yules, Sand King has Yules as well. And I mean, it's gonna stun his growth a little bit as far as farm goes, instead of going for that Maelstrom, but it's gonna give him a little more chase potential. The mana burn, very nice. First, all of these heroes with lower mana. Looks like. Oh.
Thinking, I mean, God, he lived forever right there. I expected a hell of a job of doing everything he could to actually escape, but everything but a stampede used, actually, by BSJ. But obviously, figuring it wasn't going to be enough anyways, and manages to still die in the end. So nice pick off, and now they transition into the top tower push. So yeah, Diffusal is going to be coming next to line. It sounds like that overall you like that progress there.
Yeah, it's gonna give them some more catch, nice damage. It works, you know, it's direct agi, so it works quite, or, you know, some raw damage, so it works well with the amplify. And they're gonna be relying more on this OD as the game goes later, as the Juggernaut not going to the typical Maelstrom, not going to that farming build, so it looks like they are gonna be relying on him to be dealing out the heavy doses of damage after the Omnislash comes out as the game goes later.
Oh, meanwhile, they catch Slaughter, but not enough damage. The Mystic Flare, not enough. Omnislash now bouncing around, and down goes Skywrath. Now Slaughter is finished, as BSJ is able to jump in, land the hoof stomp, and the double edge, of course. Double damage helps as well. Sand King caught by the lasso, meanwhile. Rubik still not Burrow Strike. Gonna follow up with a stun, which actually isn't even necessary, and double kill for Smash on the Juggernaut. So the 2-for-1 exchange, you get another fourth kind of exchanging lives right there, and initiators, but in favor of Dilecom, and we remain now tied at 17 hero kills apiece between these two teams, really just continuing not to be afraid of action. 34 hero kills in 23 minutes now, but Invoker, he has the axe currently in his backpack, but he is pushing out the top lane up here. Oh no, he gets caught. Here comes the crush. There's a corrosive haze. No lasso though. They're just gonna put the fire on top of it. BSJ running in, trying to save the day. Nice path put down, but good job by Slaughter. He ran around. Another crush comes out. In comes Skywrath though, and now Slaughter's the one that has to run for his life. Ain't gonna happen though. He will be picked off. And now they want more, but the stun gonna miss Batrider right there. Snap not gonna be enough, and he makes it out of there. So that was a very close situation for Invoker, but he got the team support inside.
Yeah, these lands are just always in for Dilecom as Freedom has so much pickup potential. Scarith, Sunstrike, all these blink initiators are there. Lanes are just keep getting pushed in, and it's really scary for them to push them out. They really want to walk as 5. As soon as they do, they see them. With a ward or just a hero spawning them out, and the Invoker immediately keeps the opposite side of that and continues split pushing. So Dilecom still are getting a lot of farm, but not really taking towers or taking the kind of fights they want. So this game may just continue to be very split pushy, you know, continuing to push at these lanes until a Fire side and Freedom gets to the point where they say, okay, we want to fight, you know, which could be a while. It's still quite poor compared to the cores of Dilecom. As Invoker has the hood and the blink, working towards that Aghanim, 3 of the parts are just enough gold for them, and going to be working towards that point booster, but not really gonna have having a massive amount of damage. Freedom. This Scarith does go down early in these fights. They could, you know, start running very low on damages. AKBs, spin. They really just have nothing to deal with those, you know, naturally in their lineup.
Yeah, a little bit funky interaction there between Sand King and Slaughter, but both end up running away from one another. Roshan, of course, being up, and Dilecom in the area as if they're somewhat interested, but both teams have good vision in the spot. Here, BKB in the works for OD, as mentioned. He did get the blink, of course. He went to the Ogre Club first. Now BKB going to be next in line. Rotation from Freedom. They got the smoke up. X-Mike is going to find Fan right here on the OD. And comes the Mystic Flare, about to force him away. Then the Stampede activated Bystander, but they're fighting on a Shrine. That's rule number 1 of patch 7.0. Do not fight on the enemy Shrine, especially when it's ready to be used. In comes the Shallow Grave from BSJ. The spin on top of him. He will actually survive. Nobody dead just yet, despite a lot of damage coming out. Juvion, Dazzle, he will also survive. Slaughter, he wants this kill though. He's gonna jump in the double crush, catches Dazzle, and now Tomato actually in a lot of trouble. That corrosive haze, but a beautiful cyclone right there. But Batrider's gonna say, no, you ain't going anywhere still. The flame break push and a double kill for him as they make it a 3-for-0 right into a tower push on top of that. Beautiful fight for Dilecom. Look at Skywrath Mage meanwhile.
Yeah, stuck in the trees.
In an awkward spot.
Yeah, Van doesn't have his Arcane Orb on autocast, so keeps just you know, he keeps trying to, you know, get a couple of pot shots in here and there. A really nice Batrider to begin the fight. So the OD getting jumped on and getting forced out of harm's way. Able to maybe force himself, and then able to Astral, blink back up into the middle, gets chased around by the Scarith for a little bit, not going down in the end. So Freedom, I've talked about, they don't get that initial jump, they just sort of run low on damage, and that was sort of the case fighting around the Shrine as well. A little unfortunate where that fight did break out, so healing everybody back up, giving the Slaughter infinite mana, basically for as many crushes as he wanted in that fight, going really well for Dilecom, as they take down Roshan, as well as this tower, so huge boost of gold for them, and a really well played fight, and a very good place to take it as well.
Yeah. Top lane, X-Mac gonna try to push it out once again up here. The 4 staff in the works for him. Obviously, that's popular item in this game on many of Heroes. Soon to be on him now as well. But Centaur does go the Ags route, by the way. After the Blink Dagger, you know, it does mean that even less damage taken for the team here, especially. Do you like that pickup, the idea of the Ags on the Centaur?
I don't think it's amazing this game. Dilecom, we said, it doesn't have, you know, a whole, they don't need to take the, get this initiation and initially win the fights. They do have several jumpers, so it's pretty good for that. If somebody does get jumped, you can pop the Ags and they'll stay alive. But for a carry Centaur, there really isn't, aren't that many amazing items in this game. You would kind of like to go BKB, but, if you go a BKB on a Centaur, they just sort of ignore you because you don't really do that much damage. So not any amazing item choices, but the Ag's probably the best of the bunch. Can keep his Invoker alive, he does get jumped as a Skywrath. As a Skywrath has a big portion of their damage, like we've been talking about. Freedom really low damage. It's fine to continue split pushing, you trigger towers here and there, but eventually it comes to the point where you kind of need to take a fight, and Freedom is really not in this position where they want to do that. So, trying to force Dilecom back here, get a reaction, so they can continue to split push these lanes, but they need to get to a point where they can actually take these fights.
Yeah, I mean, Slaughter is coming in. Here come the TPs now, so the tower, minimal damage on AZ. Slaughter's hoping to maybe catch somebody hanging around, but out in the trees as he was guessing, and obviously they start retreating, will be fine. But there's an Invis Bat Rider. He's going to stop the TP of Centaur, and he's going to pull him over the cliff into his team. Now Stampede actually runs right back over the cliff, cuts that Axe, meanwhile put under though by OD. The Omni Slash was canceled because of that though, so not the best communication right there, but it's still going to be a kill at the end, I guess is what really matters. But yeah, you got to be a little careful when it comes to comboing the OD imprisonment with the Omni Slash. All there, but still beautiful kill on their part, having to be a good use of the Invis rune. Bat Rider.
They get the kill on the Centaur, and now with that kill they're going to get some of these lanes out as they can immediately storm the bottom, right the nearest heroes to know. Alright, we've got these lanes out, we want to look for kills, we want to push this advantage and fight while the Centaur sounds. They really have no way to fight if he's dead. So you kind of need all 5 heroes.
Joker, Cyclone, or Tornado going out right there. You see in the background, speaking of Cyclone, the Yule Scepter used on Fan himself, or he got it used on him by Invoker, but they still want this kill, damn it. Flame Break pushing him forward, just not enough chase though to secure anything onto Tomato. Well played in terms of actually escaping right there, makes it look easy. Ain't so easy. Juby though, okay, he's gonna pop the Shallow Grave. They do catch Skywrath though as well. Down goes Skywrath, and now Dazzle again delaying the inevitable, as the imprisonment will finish the job. So 2 kills right there. And again, you still have the Aegis onto Juggernaut. So they're going to make their way to the middle lane, it looks like, and push out the middle secondary tower at least. If you're Team Freedom, I assume they probably should just give this up. No point to fight here.
Yeah, they may slow it down a little bit, get a blink stun and try and force out or something like that. But as far as taking the fight here, actually defending the tower, no real hopes at all. Tomato, you can see him posturing up top with the boundary runes, and continue to split push up here as Freedom. Just looking for some, continuing to just try and find these pickups. That's sort of what their game plan is. So what their draft is good at is now this OD has BKB, and they just really have an extremely hard time jumping them. They have this Bat Rider as well. They have some really deep wards on Dilecom, so they always know where Team Freedom is, where they're moving around. OD is never really scared, knows exactly where the people are that have the kill potential on him. So moving around as a unit, gonna walk down to this bottom tier 2, and Mono running back, still has the TP for top. They do fully commit to this bottom lane, so can force them back. We'll see if Dilecom has the luxury of finishing this off. It looks like they don't. Smash gonna TP up the top and just push out these lanes. So Freedom getting what they want. They are migrating up, so maybe looking for a kill and Smash. Freedom gonna try and kill him twice, as he does try and push at the top.
Yeah, obviously his teammates and Dilecom that is pushing out the bottom lane, but Smash here on Juggernaut, he's just going to send the illusions out, actually. Figure that that's going to be more than enough, and he's going to start running back towards this team. So actually choosing not to defend it again, really don't see anything right now, a reason to, despite the 4 spirits that are pushing it. But we are going to see the heroes making their way up there now and exposing themselves in the lane right there. So, and we'll see what kind of decision is to be made here as the Aegis, of course, being reclaimed. And this bottom tower now, a matter of a couple of auto attacks away, really, from being killed. So, gonna be able to finish the job down here. Juggernaut is officially, you know, he kind of was making his way down there, but never mind. Now he's back up, heading towards the top lane again. Realizing that Team Freedom may actually be trying to make a move right here. Basher being worked on by Juggernaut, by the way, towards that eventual Abyssal Blade, of course. So, Centaur, he lines. Gonna lead the way. Everyone basically is here. Invoker a little bit of a distance, but close enough. OD is gonna catch somebody. Pops the BKB, says come at me. Centaur under right there. Activated the Stampede right before. He gets caught with the crush after. Dazzle makes his way out, but Stampede stolen by Rubik too. That's a pretty big steal. We'll see if they can make use of it. There we go. He's gonna activate it, trying to chase after. Goes up the ice path. BKB pops by Batrider, pulling back Invoker. And now Invoker, he's in trouble. Look at that damage right there. Kurosa, he's doing so much. And down he goes. Another couple of picks yet again. I feel like we're saying that a lot for Dilecom.
Yeah, they just, Team Freedom trying their best to force them up the top. Yep, they have to, just walk them and hit it. Otherwise, Dilecom's not going to come back, and they're going to Team Freedom base until they absolutely have to come back. So trying their best, but getting chased down, the OD getting the Astral off, just jumping in with the BKB, and we've talked about it in the past, but it really showing itself there, as they just can't hurt him whenever he pops BKB. It's just sort of marching up, Freedom having to run away, losing both of their cores in the process, and now Dilecom sort of marching towards the base with still 40 seconds down, one Invoker and no buyback, so their ranks may be threatened here, as they have the Link Dagger on the Juggernaut, so you're looking to pick up hero in the base, but they are going to play it safe, push out some of these lanes, all their bottom lane and mid lane both pushing in. Looks like they're going to migrate to top to try and get this tower, maybe work on some of the shrines afterwards. They have the Mystic Staff now, so actually going to be doing considerably more damage than he was before. I'm working towards that hex, so with that, they're gonna have a serious initiation advantage, which is really the only thing Freedom has going for them currently.
Yeah. Then you have Batrider with that gem, of course, so just taking away any bit of vision that Team Freedom. In fact, you look at their vision currently, it's really nothing other than the creep players pushing up, of course, and there's that aggressive vision of Dilecom, as you're talking about earlier. They have in several different spots. So there's the last outer tower. Yeah, the last outer tower destroyed, and right to the shrine they go. Very good rotation here coming out from Team Dilecom. So OD, not only that, but level 20, he has a 250 mana, 250 mana, 5 armor, and 15 intelligence. On top of all of that, I'm sure a Roshan is going to be next in line for Dilecom. In terms of picking up a Roshan kill and actually trying to siege the base. Most likely be their game plan here. So give it another 3 minutes or so. Well, 37 seconds actually before he responds even, but 2-3 minutes before that actually all comes to fruition here. What is that? Okay, Steve.
Oh no, Rubik used it, so I guess his Stampede was about to wear off, or... No, it actually has a decent amount of time on it, so maybe it just felt like going pretty fast. Let's pop the Rubik Stampede, so, whatever, not the biggest deal in the world. But yeah, get out these lanes for pickoffs. They're really the greatest lineup at sieging the base versus Freedom. That's kind of what Freedom wants. As they walk up the hill, can maybe look for a stomp into the Scarab, using their burst like they did earlier in the game. It's working quite well for them, but really hasn't done much in these past few minutes. So I think with the upcoming hex on this OD, as well as the Batrider and Slaughter, like you said, picking up the gem, so Freedom really lacking on vision. Are just gonna look for a pickoff that Aegis. Just continue to just run around the map. As soon as they see a Freedom hero, everyone migrate to that lane and look for fights wherever they can. Because almost any fight is a good fight for Dilecom at this point.
Now, I know this isn't like a typical thing, and maybe it's a hindsight speaking here, but would you argue that maybe Invoker should have built a little more of a right click, like almost like a carry, a hard carry of sorts, when it comes to his build? Because obviously, you keep going back to the issue here for Team Freedom feels like just the lack of physical presence. The BKBs are popped, just don't have any way to kill heroes with such items. Could Invoker maybe have done that, or is this make sense to you still the way he's gone?
I think keep going the Quasi XOR and then looking for pickoffs with the Sunstrike as he split pushes was sort of like the only way they had to really play this game. With the way their draft turned out, the greatest Centaur game in the world was OD pick. Really just paying massive dividends. I don't know if Team Freedom forgotten about this hero or not. But it was a perfect OD game. see it with him just sort of pummeling down these heroes of freedom. I think the Evoker's build is fine, but just not finding the amount of pickups they need is the ball just sort of in Dilecom's court right now. It's their game to lose as they look for pickups. Juby splitting, pushing up top, getting this lane. Someone's gonna have to come deal with this. Smash sending some illusions up there. May die out before they reach the lane though. So positioning themselves really aggressively, getting up as far in Freedom's base as they can. Just the models bottom as well, continuing to just try and not take fights.
Yeah, something obviously Rubik with that null field as well. He's actually only level 3 right now, but level 4, 22% is what they'll be as far as magic resistance. So again, there's even more reason as to how this lineup of Dilecom is just working out very well, but more so Team Freedom and perhaps the way they drafted maybe looked over that. They really just were aiming for a much earlier game victory. Now again, it ain't over yet. Dilecom in control, but they'll have game left, 37 minutes into it right now. Again, this is our first game of this 2-game series as well. Just to reiterate, middle lane, OD getting his way back here and seems a little uncertain of where exactly they want to go. Just trying to keep all the lanes pushed in. But obviously you have the Aegis on OD. He has the Scythe now. KB is down to 9 seconds. So yeah, wow, he's only used it once. Top lane actually do get the catch onto the Slaughter. Okay. Well, not the craziest target, but still, it's a good kill. Freedom.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of stuff they need. Just continue to split these lanes, wait for Dilecom to make mistakes and find pickoffs. Work yourself back. Don't give Dilecom any kills during this phase where they have the Aegis, so they will just immediately run to your base and take your racks. So just keep doing this. You can tell kind of the game plan they're going is. It's like BSJ had the hacks in his quick buy a little bit ago. Had the pistol in it now as well. So. And just in general, building towards that sort of style of, we need to get pickoffs, we need to get the jump in these fights, because if they aren't -1 hero at the start of the fight, then we're going to have some problems.
They're going to be down to Shrine, as you see right here, and obviously that's the last Shrine to be destroyed now in favor of Team Dilecom. So really, again, when it comes to just vision and control of the map, it's Freedom is really lacking this game, but it feels like that they're actually still holding their own pretty well despite all that. Net worth, it's still under a 10,000 net worth lead, so it's the most ridiculous yet, and about a 10,000 experience in that area. Batrider top lane, but is he gonna go for it? Obviously they know he's here. Boker actually gonna blink away himself, and no catch actually going to happen by Batrider's.
That's a little stuck right now.
Is he? Oh yeah, kinda in the trees, yeah.
Yeah. Freedom didn't have vision on any of Dilecom's heroes though. They all walked up the map, so a little Spookman and Boker maybe going down your bottom.
Be a big kill on Boker. It looks like it's going to be. Definitely glass, not going to matter. And they secure it. He has a buyback, 80 seconds on that resurrection. He'll probably need to buy back here depending how this plays out. Top lane, Batrider's still up here. As if he may make a play. Now he has travel, so. Oh, he's going to be seen actually by the siege creep. Yeah, and that's actually going to be a trigger for Team Freedom to fall back. Dead.
Yeah. Because you can sort of see how Dilecom knows how this game needs to go. They need to keep these lanes out, and they need to always be looking for pickups of their own. So, find some sort of a catch with either the Hex, or the Slaughter, the Rubik, we saw there. So picking up bots on a lot of our heroes, getting the bots getting OD on the Batrider as well. The Juggernaut can probably be the one for the next. So just building up that catch as much as they can.
Oh, this Sand King now, the Shallow Grave will actually save him. I guess that might have been the plan, but it ain't going to work in the end. Or maybe the Shrine use will barely keep them alive. The Yield Scepter on top of the Sanity's Eclipse. Not the greatest synergy right there. That's, of course, Sand King immune, and he will survive. But now they go back towards the tower of the base. As Odie blinks in, puts him under. He gets up cooldown. Or on cooldown, I should say. The Omni Slash still bounces around in the background. Gets the 1, gets the 2. And Invoker not buying back this whole time, by the way. Buybacks on everyone else. Invoker still has 10 more seconds. You see a jump back in from Centaur. But Smash on that Juggernaut doing so much damage with the right clicks and the crits coming up. As well as the OD. Again, the Shallow Grave delaying the inevitable. Down goes the Centaur. You see Sand King jumping in with the Epicenter, but he's going to fall. And the buybacks continue. Rampage coming out here for Smash. As he smashes Team Freedom into the ground. The Age is finally going to be used. And he will manage to actually... Okay, never mind. Over here, we see trying to get away ain't going to be enough. And they do catch the OD in the end. So, well, I mean, it took nearly everyone's buyback, and they hold the racks, though. There's that.
Yeah, so they lose 5. They lost a lot. They did use everyone's buyback with the Invoker, and I actually might dying back. I'm not sure if anyone else died back and just spawned again. It was a pretty long fight. DOD at the beginning out, wasting his Hex and then whipping his ulti, wasting his BKB as well, so not the greatest start for Dilecom, but they just are so far ahead and are so tanky, so hard to bring down. Even with those slight mistakes, it didn't really matter for the fighters. They just sort of ran over them, man. The Omni Slash massacring several. The Dazzle, I think, either got mashed up or sort of crushed him, so wasn't able to grab IX Mike. And the Omni Slash bouncing nicely between them both. So Dazzle, besides that first grave on IX Mike, not really able to get anything more off.
Juggernaut 13, 2 and 11 after that fight. Obviously 10 in the end, but overall very good. Middle lane, they missed the crush initiation, but in the pack on the BKB of Batrider, he does catch Dazzle. However, not going to chase all the way, or he gets the Stampede at least to be used. And that's going to be the end of that pursuit. But they find enough time right here before any... Oh, Sunstrike almost missed though. But Juggernaut's back up, and OD is about to resurrect, of course, in just a couple of seconds. So good job by Dilecom ultimately in holding off too much of a counter push from Freedom. But again, now Freedom's in a spot where 4 of their 5 heroes actually do not have buybacks here. The one Invoker does, so that's the good news, but one else does not.
Yeah, not exactly the position you want to go. Want to be in. I'm working towards that moon shard as well. So I'm not going to go for the Lincolns, not going to go for the Shivas. Knowing that, hey, you know, they really can't kill me at all. Lincoln's not really going to change much. I can still get stomped and blown up. The Centaur can break my Lincolns pretty easily, or Scarra is nearby. So gonna be going for that moon charge, gonna amp his damage super heavily. And just gonna try and evaporate Team Freedom as quickly as possible. As talked about, they really just don't have a way to deal with the massive damage and the saves, the tankiness, the multiple BKBs now with the Lotus Orb and a gem as well on Slaughter. So even more ways to save Dilecom's course.
Slaughter regrets that. He missed the crush barely. Now the Corrosive Base is up though, despite the Ghost Walk, but the team support a little bit too strong, and they will all survive. You see DP's away, but yeah, the initial crush missing by Slaughter, I don't know if that would have ultimately made the biggest difference in the end, but a little unfortunate. But they do got Juggernaut with that Abyssal Blade. You mentioned the Moonshard not only on OD, but also Juggernaut going to be coming up as well. Amping that attack damage, attack speed even, but just overall damage output, of course. You got Tomato, he's continuing to just really keep the lanes pushing as much as he can, and doing overall a pretty good job of staying alive. But as I say that, he might finally be in some trouble right now. Yule Scepter used nice 4-staff teammate. Abyssal Blade even to chase him, but they're not going to go for it. And Smash using his BKB there, so it's going to be 1 second less now. BKB down to 9 seconds. Just got it, but
yeah. As you can see, Dilecom, they really want to make something happen. They know they're extremely strong and they can win a fight in the game here as Force heroes have no buyback. Freedom playing extremely patiently, not getting over aggressive and not letting them get some silly pick off them. Just looking for an overextension from Dilecom. Playing very aggressive, barely not overextending over and over again. So it's a game just being played just right on the edge, very close to losing, but could also win a team fight very convincingly. If Dilecom make one small misstep, waste their BKBs a little bit.
Now they're looking for that chance right here. The great smoke attempt, they almost got the OD, but he was able to react just quick enough. Going to be fine. Meanwhile over here, they do catch the Batrider. And he pops the BKB, but gets attacked over the ledge, and he will be finished off. They also catch Z-Talk on that Slaughter, and a double kill comes out. So you say they need something. Well, there's a little bit of something. You got the bottom lane being pushed back by Invoker now. Letting them push all the way in. However, jump is coming. The OD as well as Juggernaut, but again, Invoker doing a great job as far as timing goes. Falling back right as they were about to jump him, it feels like. Once again, he is going to be fine. But a nice couple of picks, and continue to delay this game as long as you can and keep that split push. I mean, you see that the graph even suggests that Team Freedom is slowly working their way back into this one. It's gonna be a long effort, it feels like. Truly are gonna come back here in what is game number 1.
Yeah, they need a lot more of that. Whoever's playing the Batrider against the sword, realizing that this ward was there, they jumped out of nowhere. So realizing they have a ward there, and Freedom with some extremely aggressive wards, 3 all in the Star jungle area. They lost their gem on the slaughter as well, so not really going to be able to de-ward them too easily. They have great vision around here, and that's where they're going to be looking to play. Looking to get pickoffs, BSJ getting a Shadow Blade, Joker going for actually minus 15 second tornado cooldown. Talent, not one you typically see. Typically see the AoE deafening blast, just incredible team fight. But Freedom, that's not really the style they're looking for. You know, getting the more frequent cooldown on the tornadoes, which able to constantly throw these things out, push out lanes very well, push extremely well, and in these very long fights, we'll just kite the heroes of Dilecom, not let them get these auto attacks off. So I actually like this choice this game. This is extremely good. As you can see, he throws it on that wave, and then immediately gets back up, on another wave, to defend himself. He does try and get jumped on by Slaughter, whoever. So a little bit of unorthodox build with Shadow Blade, and unusual talent choice. But it's all Team Freedom realizing how they have to play this game. They can't just run into Dilecom and fight like they'd like to.
Yeah, looking at the other level 25s, I don't think anything too radical there. The 60-second Orb in steal on OD, and then of course the 20 agility onto Juggernaut. Centaur's kind of an interesting one. He's almost level 24. Top lane, he might be involved in a jump off here, and comes the Mystic Flare. A lot of damage. Man will survive it. No, he will not at the very end, despite BKB. Ain't gonna be enough. Now BKB onto Batrider. Gonna wear off there pretty quickly, though. In the background, Slaughter jumps in for the counter, trying to save his teammate. Not enough, but this is exactly what they need. No buyback onto OD. Here we go. The Hookstop gonna miss with the Force Staff used by Slaughter. He's still alive. The Lotus Orb coming out. Not gonna be enough to save him, though. Cyclone coming through, but smash in the background. He's looking to make some plays still. He has Omni Slash good to go. Still has his play. Still has his BKB. They do finish off Batrider. He buys back immediately, though. And yeah, if you're Freedom, you got to be careful not to go too deep right here. As Smash now chasing them out. Still with that Omni Slash. There's the catch on the Sand King. Not going to use it just that beautiful Shallow Grave, though. Will delay it, and IX might get a survive for the time being. Maybe not able to get out, but it did delay quite a bit, actually. And for them from going further, perhaps. TP out from Skywrath, that ain't gonna happen. The meatball's out, though. PSG gets a kill on a Batrider, and now Z-Talk has to run on the Thunder. But there's the Omni Slash bouncing around. The creep comes at a pretty good timing. It gets the kill on the Skywrath, though. The stun through with the Rubik and the Burrow Strike. In comes the Centaur save from Dazzle right there with the Shallow Grave. But Rubik saves himself with a Shallow Grave as he stole it immediately. He will finally fall, but with Juggernaut dying in the midst of that. However, and you look at the life pool on BSJ, managed to live. Freedom. Are you kidding me? They win that fight in the end.
Yep, they take the fight exactly like they need to. Getting the jump over and over again, picking off heroes individually, Van not having buyback there. Still doesn't have it, so down for 10 seconds, no buyback. At least has the buyback, but just constantly going in and out, using Shadow Blade, the Blink, the super short tornado cooldown. My Team Freedom playing extremely well. Just outplaying Dilecom these fights like they need to. And now going to take a full set of racks. Smash actually killed himself with the returns. Was trying to bring down BSJ, but that extremely high HP. Unless the OD is able to walk over and get some of those right clicks in, then it's extremely hard for BSJ to die. Van chasing down, looks like he may get the Dazzle, but that's about all.
If he even gets the Dazzle, look at that. He wants to run. He's too scared to commit for it. And Dazzle, okay, he actually gets away just in time as the crush attempt comes out. So, I mean, wow. Sunstrike? Oh, no, not going to connect in. No kills as a result. But yeah, that was even huge at the very end right there. What a push coming out from Team Freedom. They take out the racks. And something tells me the graph, yeah, look at that. We're back to even as far as the net worth graph goes. And experience is basically at this point. You know, I also saw Tomato that last fight. Team Freedom did 10,000 damage as a team, and I think Dilecom did 7,000 or something like that. Tomato did nearly 6,000 of that damage himself on the Invoker. He did so much throughout it, between everything you mentioned, the short cooldown on Cyclones and the meatball coming out and just everything. So, on top, what is this about? Slaughter jumping in pretty aggressive. But at what cost for him? Here comes the Mystic Flare. And that's a dead Slaughter. Now Smash is holding Sonic somewhat by himself. He has Omni Slash again. Or nearby Rubik. No spell still just yet. And he'll have to spin just to prevent himself getting hit by the tornado. But in comes the Stampede. A lot of Blink Daggers being used. The Stampede stolen by Rubik, by the way. In return, so now this could be a chance for Dilecom. But without Slaughter for 80 seconds, they're not comfortable fighting, I'm sure.
Yeah, they do pick up the Slaughter. It's not buyback, but Freedom gonna look to abuse that, running in. Shadow Blade, BSJ, gonna look for more pickoffs. Try and find these fights while the heroes of Dilecom are dead. Smash way in.
Oh man, they catch Juggernaut. Are you kidding me? The silence comes out, the double four-step just over the ledge, and he PKs. Unbelievable, he lived right there. In the back on the Jeep onto Dazzle. Trying to run away, a Centaur gets pulled in, but again, you got to be careful with the tackle. That return can be pretty powerful. He gets put back with the flame break. Kevin Centaur gonna miss by Ike's Mike right there, but do not want to overcommit. So that could have been game right there. Does he have a buyback? I guess he does, but still. How did Juggernaut live?
Yeah, and off of that, they're going to try and take this Roshan because they're pressure or Tomato, shipping it down. They'll kill it that quickly. Is Tomato really the only hero that does that much damage to it? Down, not going to give up for free.
They aren't, and they want to fight this Slaughter up in 15 seconds now, so still a little bit of time, but they're doing good enough to prevent Roshan from going down. Yeah, that's definitely a huge weakness of Team Freedom. They're not a fast Roshan killing team, that's for sure. And that's we're kind of seeing that right here now. Slaughter going to be back up. They're going to port in as soon as possible. As the EMP connect, aggressive burrow strike there from Ike's Mike. The Yield Scepter will save from more damage, however, the jump in, they're going to commit right here, right now. Sending the clips in the background, only hit the one, doing minimal damage actually to the Skywrath Mage. We got some split fight going on right here, as Eagle trying to survive way down here actually. Ike's Mike trying to live, and he will be fine. Once again, Dilecom going to retreat back to the Roshan pit. Snatch really wants that Aegis, there is cheese as well. I think this might do it though. With that corrosive haze, they're gonna kill it quick enough. In comes the Sunstrike. Okay, well, it's gonna be close actually. Ike's Mike goes in, he's gonna die, but no, it's gonna be picked up by Smash right there. In comes the Mystic Flare though. Slaughter 10 off the bat. In the background, Invoker's Cup on the Shallow Grave. Gonna save for now. Ghost Walk, he does not have it. He's gonna use a Deafening Blast right there, but he does get picked off actually. Meanwhile, buys back immediately, smashes in pursuit though with that Aegis. Invoker blinks back in though. He doesn't realize that Juggernaut's behind. I feel like he's distracted by something else. Wants to kill over here, maybe save the Centaur. Centaur does go down though, but now Juggernaut will fall. But again, the Aegis bring him back up. He has Bat Rider, he has OD. There's a couple of fights going on. Way back here, OD picks up the double kill. Triple kill, excuse me. He does finish off Eagle right there. And now, Invoker realizing that enough's enough, he has to fall back. This game, CSBNC, I don't even know what really happened right there, but I guess Dilecom comes out on top in the end.
Yeah, whoa. Tornado, EMP, Epicenter are all missing there, barely slipping away, but yeah, they got the Aegis on the Smash, who was able to sort of YOLO in, and Team Freedom. It's sort of been the theme all game. If they can get the initiation, if they can start the fight out on their terms, then it'll go very well for them. They don't that fight. Very, very sloppy back and forth. You know, forced to try and get Dilecom out of the pit. Not really working so well, and Dilecom taking it very, very slowly. OD building up 80 and stolen. He's gonna have the Moon Shard now as well on top of the Shiva, so he's gonna get his damage buffed up by quite a bit. Freedom having to use the buyback on the Invoker. So Dilecom have a very clear win condition right now, and that if they kill this Invoker, the game is basically just over. A massive majority of Team Freedom's net worth.
And oh man, what a crazy game we're having here. What is our first game of this two-game series once again? Yeah, that refresher on Invoker now. 32,000 net worth onto him. He is the leader of this game. The cheese picked up by Bat Rider, of course. We'll see if he hands that off or let's keep it for himself, whatever the case may be. But Tomato continues the progression of pushing out the lane. Sunstrike keeping us on top of that. Bat Rider almost tried to ninja him, but little too quick on that Invoker. So Centaur, by the way, level 25, mentioning that, he did go the +1 second hoof stomp duration. So hoof stomp stunning for 3.75 seconds now. Good extra lockdown there. Anyone else 25 soon? Sand King 24. You can get too big? Yeah, 50 health regen or 4 epicenter pulses. I don't know, are either of those really good, you think, or?
The 50 health regen is pretty huge, especially in these long, drawn-out fights. He only has 13 right now, so basically just triples his HP regen. So 50 HP is a lot. Makes him extremely tanky and hard to kill unless you're killing him almost instantly, especially with the tranquils. It's going to heal back up to full very quickly. So most probably we'll go for that one. Raise 25. Dilecom. Back to what it was 20 minutes ago. Them looking for a fight, knowing they're strong, and now the Invoker's in that buyback. Freedom saying, nope, we're just not going to fight you. We're going to stall, and we're going to make you run around and be frustrated that you can't find a pick on. So they're trying to de-ward. Right now, as you can see, the Bat Rider just walking around, throwing napalms everywhere, looking for any vision that Freedom has, and then maybe queuing them off on any Dilecom gangs, but not finding any as they're a little closer to the Freedom base on some of these hills. So they're continuing to just play very safe, play as 5, getting a de-ward of their own.
the Centaur, I mean, he's going to have that Abyssal Blade in the near future, and that's going to be pretty damn huge for Team Freedom. On top of that, you know, even a second long on the hoof stomp. You got the Abyssal Blade on top of that. We're going to have interaction down here. Somebody's going to do something. There's a Crush finally coming out. They collapse on us, tanking big time. Everything being used, it feels like, and I think they should kill him in the end. As yes, indeed they do. He does have a buyback. Will he use it immediately? No, he won't. He's going to stay there for the time being. The rest of the team made their way out of there, however. What happened in that fight? What was it?
He got stunned and he just died. He got chain stunned. Did he get forced?
Are they going in? They are. They're trying to. Mystic Flare. Not going to hit, though. Yeah, the cycle's going to come out. That will push them back. It sounded like you almost were frustrated about that last fight. That's what I was asking now. Or the sigh coming out.
Wait, what?
I heard the sigh coming out from you over the mic, it sounded like. So I just thought you saw something in that fight. You were like, almost like, oh, what are they doing?
No, I didn't. It wasn't intentional to happen.
Okay. But yeah, that was a big pick on Ike's Mike. Obviously forcing the buyback. And that means he's going to be without it now again for quite a while himself. And Boker's down to 2.5 minutes here. I figured Dilecom, I mean, they know they have this little bit of a window, but it ain't much, so... you know, you got to make that move of some sort, but it's obviously a lot easier said than done, especially when you're down one set of racks. Their top lane over here, so...
Yeah, they have the boss 2 now on the OD, so gonna be able to jump immediately onto a hero, not just having to go to a wave and then walk the rest of his team. So we're gonna give them a little bit more potential as far as finding pick off deep in the jungle goes. As Slaughter sort of setting up down here, but all of Freedom is here, so he needs to be careful about not giving up kills. Juggernaut TPing down with his bots too as well, so maybe looking for a fight here, but BSJ may scout them out. Juggernaut does show this could be quite bad for Dilecom.
Oh my god, that damage initially. He was not expecting that. He can't get the BKB off. He pops the Omni Slash, though. That will make him vulnerable, as well as dealing out some good damage himself. And in comes that Sanity, the Eclipse to follow. And Juggernaut in the background will remain alive. Cyclone comes through. But now the Shallow Grave on Dazzle himself. Going to go for the TP. Is it going to be time? No, it's not. Odie puts him under. And that will secure the kill onto him. Meanwhile, Skywrath and Sand King on the run. Sunstrike just simply trying to harass them, push them back. But Eagle, if he gets picked, I don't know if he has a buyback. Okay, he does. And he's going to use it immediately right here. Dazzle also has one. But he's going to hold off to see if they actually push in. But you're right. Well, in the case that Juggernaut actually ends up living, they completely turned that bottom fight down there.
Yeah, it was an absolutely huge force staff from the Slaughter. Got him out of the double Skywrath, Mystic Flares from the Aghanim. So does live there, able to Omni Slash them blink away. So very nice play from Smash, Detox. And Juggernaut alive to turn around, they force a buyback towards the Sky, as well as another nice kill onto the Dazzle. So very good for Dilecom there, but still not really finding what they want to, which is a large skill team fight. Freedom just continuing to, you know, if they do give up a little bit, they make sure their cores get out, the heroes with buyback. Oh, the heroes without buyback aren't going down, so just elongating this game and looking for some of those pickups, those scrappy fights that we saw earlier near the top river that went so well for Freedom.
Yeah, you got a Slaughter who is not necessarily building heavy damage himself, but you know he's going to be level 25 soon. Maybe that plus 20 strength talent, even a little more damage on top of that middle lane. Somebody gets caught. That'd be Rubik right here, going to try to force staff away. Ain't going to work though. He gets caught and eventually. And whoa, he does not have a buyback actually. So he's dead for 100 seconds, just under that now. We'll see how critical of a role that plays. But obviously you figure, hell, any hero, let alone Rubik, pretty important at this point of the game. Have those deaths. I don't know if Freedom's going to necessarily be able to really capitalize off of it, or if they even are aware of that, but they can go for it here. But I was going to talk about Slaughter. I mean, he obviously ideally can start amping his damage up quite a bit if this game continues to go on much longer. And that's another threat that Team Freedom may have to deal with.
Yeah, it's going for that BKB next. Dazzle.
Dazzle no longer there. Stampede activated, but BKB was used by Smash. Doesn't have it now. He takes the Abyssal Blade. He's going to be locked on the Mystic Flare, doing plenty of damage. Meatball comes out, but again, the Omni Slash used in return. Looking for some turn kills, simply staying alive. Spin coming out. Means the hoof stomp is going to miss. The Lotus Orb on him. And now chasing down. BSJ though, 3,800 life. Needs to be careful not to kill himself with that return. The Sheep on him though. From OT, the Shivas use a down. Go Centaur. Dazzle no buyback. Centaur does. And Boker's trying to live though. They catch him. Does have a buyback. 120 seconds on Resurrection. Going to guarantee pretty much that he will be buying back here in this fight. So they don't even need Rubik apparently.
Yeah, they find the jump they want. Blowing up his dazzle immediately, so no saves at all for Team Freedom. They have no defensive capabilities. Besides the Centaur, which is used, I think, to try and save the dazzles. So dazzle going down, all the defensive capability gone, and they force the buyback, so exactly what they want. They're gonna have Smash keep the top, try and push this lane in. As mid's kind of pushed in a weird spot, they're gonna cut the wave and maybe go back in, push this in, or maybe just let it push in itself. Yeah, so the Rubik does go back, they spawn and push this lane in. Dilecom tries to stick around here. Look for maybe look for more fights. As you do have the Centaur dead and Boker with no buyback. So it's definitely a good time for Dilecom to be fighting right now. As they're looking for something. No Omni fight on the jug though. So they have to be a little bit careful and don't want to sort of throw like they did some of these past fights.
There goes the tower. Skywrath harassing a little bit. Well, that was a late crush attempt right there. He gets forced out of the way though to Slaughter. We'll be fine. EMP fourth spot for BKB. At least Smash felt like it. And we'll actually run back for the time being. And will they reset? He's going to have, nice sub-threat hit there. Some more damage in. Shiva's forward from OD. Going to catch somebody. OD, they do catch the lasso on a Skywrath. And Skywrath said no buyback on him. Dazzle also dead with no buyback. Dilecom, they may have just broken through. Getting Invoker and tanking hold. Centaur's going to be up in a couple of seconds. They're at least going to lose this top racks, most likely. Or will they? Epicenter coming out from Mike. The Stampede activated. BSJ jumps in on top of the meatball, but not nearly enough follow-up damage. Odie makes his way out with the force F. There's a Hurricane Pike. They catch Sand King. He's staying dead this time himself, and they're now transitioning into the middle lane. I think Dilecom may have just broken through, and Boker and Centaur alone. I don't feel like they can hold off against the whole five of them.
Yeah, they really just don't have the damage. And after Freedom getting a couple of fights where they get the jump, they get exactly what they want. Dilecom superior vision, and there's just more jump heroes eventually come to fruition as Van coming, going down here, but he does have buyback. Make TP back in here to try and finish up the game. See, as he does, he's gonna boss onto this Rubik. So BSJ taking a heavy beating right here. May go down, and if he does, be looking grim.
This shallow crave has continued to be so annoying for Dilecom, I'm sure, but it's yet again going to delay the inevitable on a Centaur, and now it's just Amato. Buyback on a Centaur, but no buyback on a Boker. GG, well played, I'm sure, despite the not being called just yet, but Centaur's like, I want this kill first. Let me get it. Stampede over the cliff. Thanks, Axe. Not going to happen. Ultra kill for Van. And there we go. It is officially over now. Dilecom will win their first game here of the group stages. They got to feel good about that one. Getting a game under their belt finally, as far as Freedom goes. Down 1-0.
They probably had the superior draft this game. Game looking very in their favor for almost all of the game. They're taking a very sloppy fight. A couple people